Okay, Unit 7 test here for World War II. The first question says, please explain how the Treaty of Versailles and the Great Depression in the US and the Depression in Europe led to the rise of Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. Feel free to pause this recording and then write down your responses and then come back and re-listen. So when you're ready, we can go on to number 2. Number 2 says, look at the following political cartoon. How is this cartoon connected to the idea of appeasement and the beginning of World War II? Things to think about. Who are the creatures? Who is the man and why does his shirt say the appeaser? And what is the lollipop a symbol for? So the caption says, remember, one more lollipop and then you all go home. When you're ready, number 3 says, Germany and the Soviet Union had an interesting relationship during World War II. Explain in as much detail as possible events that occurred between these two countries during the war. Things to think about. Why didn't Germany and the Soviet Union attack one another early on in the war? What changed that? Who attacked who? And what was the outcome? Number 4. Germany was very successful in overrunning their enemies using a new tactic called blitzkrieg. What is blitzkrieg, and why was it so successful? Draw a diagram to explain your answer. Number 5. In the beginning of the war, the United States was neutral. Why did they choose neutrality, and what brought them into the war? So some things to think about. What does it mean to be neutral? Why did the U.S. want to be neutral? Which country attacked us? Where did the attack take place? What impact did the attack have on the U.S.? Number 6, the following photo was taken during D-Day, the landing on Normandy Beach. How does this event demonstrate the change in attitude that the Allied powers took during World War II? Some things to think about. What was the original plan? What 2 things did America need to change in order to be successful? Number 7, what is fascism? And how did the Nazi Party use it to achieve the Holocaust? Think about our noodle example from class. What is fascism? Who created it? How did Hitler come to power using fascism? Think about the poem or the oath that we read in class as a bell ringer and the noodle example. Number 8, despite the Allied powers achieving VE Day, which was victory in Europe, Japan did not surrender. Why did Japan choose to not surrender the war? Some things to think about. How did Japanese culture impact their fighting in World War II? Number 9, ultimately the US decided to drop 2 atomic bombs on Japan, in Hiroshima and then in Nagasaki. Do you think this attack was necessary for the United States to do, and why? And was 3 days enough time to drop the second atomic bomb on Nagasaki? That's an opinion question. So just your thoughts on it. And then number 10. In class, we looked at some of the leaders of World War II. What were traits that most leaders of World War II had in common to each other? How did this have an impact on the war itself?